Lost in the dark.
Crap Crow! Welcome back. It is so good to be back with you right now. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on this new edition of Lost in the Bog. Yes, that's right. We're back with the Bog Talk boys, Alex and Mike of Bog Talk, and of course, of Aaron's band, Bog Wraith. They are back with us tonight. We are doing something very special, but I just wanted to jump in here real quick. A couple things I wanted to make sure get everybody up to date on. First of all, it's been a while. It's been a little while since we've released a full-length episode, partly due to the fact that last weekend we guested on an excellent and a long episode, as we usually do, on the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. Be sure to check them out. It is a wonderful podcast, a wonderful Facebook group. We guested on what is currently their most recent episode, and we hope to be having them on our show in the very, very, very near future, by the time you guys will be seeing this especially. So definitely check that out. We were on a big, long episode with them, so we didn't have a full length come out last week. This week, of course, we're kicking it off with one very special one, another crossover with the Bog Talk boys, and we are doing round one of our Multiverse Murderfest tournament. We're having a lot of fun with it. It's an absolute blast. What you're about to see will explain everything that it is and everything. So be sure to check that out. But yeah, so we're doing that. But what I did want to mention, and I wanted to remind everybody, we are back. This podcast, the full length episodes specifically, are back on audio only platforms. So we're back on iTunes, iHeartRadio. We're on everything, Google Podcast, whatever the hell it's called. We're on everything except Spotify. I still have one little thing I got to work out with that, and then we'll be on there as well. But right now we are back on everything. So if you don't have YouTube Red or whatever, and you want to listen to us, but you want to be able to close your phone or whatever, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google, all that stuff now. Back on all your favorite podcast streaming platforms. However, the video version will always be on YouTube, and but specifically I wanted to mention for these crossover episodes, this one I will put up so everybody can hear this announcement and everything. But after this, because Bog Talk is an audio-only podcast, okay? They don't have a video component, at least yet. So for the rest of the crossover Bog Talk Lost in the Bog episodes, the audio version will be on their channel. Go to Bog Talk and check out, if you want just the audio, check it out on there. If you want to watch the video, come to Lost in the Dark's YouTube channel. It'll be on there. But the audio of these won't be on our channel because they're audio only. I want you to go check them out. So, yeah, definitely be sure to do that if you want just the audio version of these from now on. But yeah, that's pretty much all the announcements I had. We're back on platforms. All full length. Also, I won't post the audio from like our Dark Reflections, Dark Reactions, our Dine With Me in Hell videos. All those are strictly just for YouTube as well. So if you want the extra content, be sure to check out YouTube. But if you just want the full length episodes, besides Lost in the Bog, they're on our channel on all the streaming. If you want these ones as well, check out Bog Talk Podcast, the Bog Talk Podcast. Yeah. So links to that will be in the description below. It's pretty much just links to Mike and Alex's social media. But, and I think they have a website or something. Yeah, they got something. So I'll find that. But yeah, I think that's about all the announcements I had right now. We have a lot more coming as always. I got a whole bunch of stuff banked. That's all. We only released like 2 videos last week. So I've just been banking. I've been working all week banking videos. So we got plenty of stuff to come out with. Hopefully another full length before the end of the week, and hopefully we get the people, Wayne and Michelle from the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast on here very soon. Be sure to check them out. Huge shout out to them. But without further ado, everyone, here it is. The episode. I think this is episode 185-ish. and this is round 1 of the Multiverse Murderfest. Enjoy! Go.
Rolling.
And we're back!
Woo!
Round 1.
Ooh, welcome.
Wait, we're back to round 1?
Yes. Well, we're back together doing round 1.
All right. Yeah, dude.
I'm so glad
excited
I got
about
side
this.
view going.
So we lost to the Bog. We are putting on a summer tournament here, guys. This is the first round tonight. We're probably going to get through about half of the first round matches, depending on how vehement some of these arguments get. For those of you listening on Spotify, there's a whole bracket thing. You'll have to go to either my or Alex or either anyone's Instagram or Facebook to pull up the bracket to follow along here.
We'll post the bracket everywhere, but also what do you guys think about like doing like for all the ones that we get throughout the week, what we could put out polls on Facebook to see what the viewers think.
Yeah, totally.
That's a cool idea. Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, like a fan bet. And if you guys want to get involved, definitely start hitting us up, start arguing, yelling your arguments on social media about this stuff.
Scream them.
If we have a disagreement, is it subject to change? If we stop this and we open it up for interpretation, is this just like okay?
No, the way I envision this tournament is we at Lost in the Bog have found a way to somehow gather these foes, these people and entities, I don't know what the hell to call them, it's all different things, into this tournament by whatever ways needed to happen. It's not like in like a one building thing, it's not like a cell games or anything. I'm going to say off the bat, some of these are pretty wacky and out there. Like arenas are going to have to be a very real thing. We're going to be deciding where the fight is taking place before fully getting into the argument for it. And then we're going to, each of us, Alex and I are up first, and then winner moves on to argue the next, they get to choose their next pick for who to argue, and the next person up will get the other one, and the battles will commence.
Yes. What do we call it? What's the name of this again?
Oh God, we had a cool name.
It was like Multiverse Murderfest or something like
that.
Yeah,
there we go.
So Multiverse Murderfest.
So anyone that wants to get in on it, and anytime you see the poll or whatever, it's going to be hashtag Multiverse Murderfest.
Yes.
Multiverse Murderfest.
Yes, the Lost of the Bog Multiverse Murderfest commences in 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm not actually going to do that the whole time. I'm going to get into it at some point and start just like fully like Sports Center commentating on these.
That was a good point there.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we'll even bring JR in for a match. Celebrity commentator. All right, so those of you watching on YouTube, obviously you can see the
bracket up.
The bracket here. So up first we have the Mastodon representing. Actually, holy shit, we haven't even talked about who these people are coming from.
Yeah, that's true. These are an assortment of horror icon, or not really horror icons. What was it? It was horror icons,
metal
cryptids.
Icons.
Yeah, metal icons. So
like band mascots.
Like mascots of bands and stuff. Not like certain people from bands, but we got superheroes and
super villains.
Super villains mostly.
Yeah.
There's some murky water ones that are there. Sometimes anti-hero types.
Anti-hero, sure. I'll give you that.
Not quite the hero, but they'll align with heroes if need be. But yeah, and then cryptids. So like you got your Loch Ness monsters and your feats of big.
Yep. Got an interesting one right here in round 1. 2 cryptids going up against each other. Now I would try to explain how I built the bracket, but it was literally just a bunch of random number generation and assignments. There were there's not a whole lot of favoritism here. Some of them had to be pulled for one reason or another when they got picked, and it was decided that putting like a literal god wasn't a great idea.
super fair.
We actually didn't we end up with a bit more than just this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
a whole
There's a whole list of people that got pulled out due to upsets.
So might have a losers bracket.
Yeah, at some point
Have the
probably we'll
OP
see how long
bracket.
this goes. Yeah, the OP bracket of like just universe versus universe. So that's what we're aiming to do here. Now that we have that background covered, our first match of the night is the Mastodon, representing the band Mastodon, and Michael Myers of horror fame.
Of horror fame. Yes, specifically horror fame.
Not Austin Powers.
Who's
Or
got
actually-
who?
All right, so I'm gonna be arguing for the Mastodon here, and actually we're gonna say off the bat we gotta announce our character here. So oh goodness gracious, where'd it go? There it is.
Do we got a time limit to argue?
I don't know.
Oh,
if
yeah.
I don't know if we should necessarily settle on like go full debate rules.
Okay.
Go chess rules where we only have a minute and we have to like tag each other in.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be arguing for the Mastodon. It's a mastodon. Like it's this prehistoric creature. We at the Lost in the Box Science Division put our top minds to work, and Jurassic Park to Mastodon.
Yep.
Solely for this tournament, not for like any other scientific purposes, but to put it in the ring with Michael Myers.
Because Michael needs to feed, and Alex, will be taking the side of Michael Myers, the massive man-child from Haddonfield, Illinois, that murdered his sister, was put into a psychiatry ward that he went silent in, and then went on a murdering rampage because people were in his old house. And then he went on a bunch of shenanigans and adventures that don't actually lead up to any canonical endpoint until 2018. And then they have a whole new reboot of he's just been in that fucking psych ward for fucking ever. And now he's back for revenge. Well, actually, not really revenge, just kind of murder.
I will say as a side note, I fully say that all of the other movies are still canon, but they happen in his head.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense, huh?
30 years in a same style, but he's like, and then I came back to life because I woke up in a river and like a magic man gave me a snake or something. No, that was Jason Goes to Hell.
Close enough.
Yeah, no, Michael woke up in a river one time, but it was because they had shot him into like a fucking mine or something like that exploded.
Yeah.
And then he was found by some dude who took care of him for an entire year while he was comatose. And then as soon as he woke up, he murdered the guy and left.
Okay, so you're going to say that which Michael are you arguing like
I'm arguing
mystical
Cult
powers,
of Thorn.
Michael?
Yeah, Cult of Thorn.
Okay.
Because like realistically, that's the one that like comes back the most after he gets shot several fucking times, and he doesn't really show too much.
But are you putting like an invulnerable character in first off?
Not essentially, but in a sense, because like he can be killed, but realistically,
because like a mastodon can't go do some like dark ritual to banish his soul or something.
Yeah, exactly. They can't like do any of the rituals that Paul Rudd did to stop him in his tracks.
God, it was fucking Paul Rudd.
Yeah, it was Paul Rudd in that fucking movie. It was terrible, and I love it. It's so funny because Paul Rudd gets to beat the shit out of Michael Myers for some reason.
Like when the Corey was in oh my God, was that also that? That's also Halloween. Was it Feldman?
Are you thinking of Friday the 13th?
That is what I'm thinking of. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that was the final chapter. That also was not the end of the series and was not the only one with final in the title.
Pretty regular occurrence.
Yeah. So we'll get to him later. He's actually coming up. He's probably the all-star match of this first round.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like the big one. That's like, you know, when we sell tickets, that's the big one.
Yeah.
That's the one we advertise.
That's the pay-per-view right there.
Yeah. Gets you hooked. So in this fight here, I'm gonna, are we saying open territory?
Yeah, that's what I was debating. Is like, is it gonna be out in the open somewhere, or is it gonna be in Haddonfield where like Michael has an opportunity to kind of like flex his knowledge of the neighborhoods?
Okay, but like,
how do we like even the playing field here? Because I don't see Michael Myers just wandering out to a random like
it's
somewhere.
No, this is like we forced them to be in this area.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
There's no like they
all
just
right, so
happen
but
upon
here's
each other.
so
home
I'll
court advantage.
I was gonna say I'll argue. I'll say yeah for Haddonfield, sure, but like, yeah,
Because like
that's where you wanna do
Mastodon
it.
could realistically like bulldoze
Like,
through a
level
bunch of
that
buildings
town?
and stuff. Yeah, but like he also knows how to like just hide in the shadows there. You know, like he knows how to creep around and
All right, so this is the fight. I think the fight has begun in Haddonfield.
It's already begun. Okay, so we talking like there's just a Mastodon roaming, or is it already doing destruction?
Oh, I'm thinking Michael Myers is like doing his thing, and we just like open the gate and let a Mastodon loose.
And he's just like, fuck yeah, I need to eat something.
I say we pull up. We back up 2 trucks on a street and just let them out of their cages
on either side of a long road.
Yeah,
that's
all right. So yeah, so like, I mean, but so here's the thing: the Mastodon. We're obviously gonna have to coax it a little bit, because according to my due diligence and research that I'm like literally doing right now,
Same.
I don't think they were carnivorous.
No, I don't believe so, at least.
but the Mastodon as the mascot of Mastodon
is definitely carnivorous.
Yeah.
But maybe we don't know that.
It's metal,
dude.
We
assume
it eats meat.
There's a lot of metal bands that are vegetarian. What are you talking about?
Sure, they're vegetarian, but their subject matter isn't. You don't hear Lamb of God like fucking hug the trees and save the children. Like,
not until the last album.
Oh, God,
that'd be pretty sick.
Got a little environmental on it.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I do. Yeah, no, this Mastodon. I mean, Michael Myers can like stab stuff with a 8-inch blade and walk slow. Like,
he can walk, but more than slow. He can more than just walk.
He also is kind of an enigma. Like, he can't really die. He just kind of goes away.
Yeah, he usually like gets hit and run. That's usually that's his move. Like anytime he takes damage, he disappears.
Say the end of a movie, Michael Myers is what I'm talking about. Like, that's how he loses this. Like, it's not like he can't like come back and kill the Mastodon 3 rounds later.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but he doesn't need to. That's the thing. He can get to especially a Mastodon. Like, he's small enough that like realistically he could probably sneak up on it and start stabbing it in like pretty vital parts of like the back parts of the meat.
So I'm
because like he's killed animals his entire life. Like when he was a kid, he was killing animals.
I mean, yeah, he does. Okay, I'll give you that. He's got an advantage with him being a serial killer.
Yeah,
and that being a hallmark of serial killers is killing animals, but small animals. He is also nuts. So
that's how he eats. Like he didn't like go to like a store and like steal food or anything like that. He just killed animals around the neighborhood to feed. Like after he like broke out, that's literally how he fed himself. Was like anytime he got hungry, he would fucking kill animals and feed on them.
So you're seeing this? So where Michael's going in hungry, then that's how we get in the fight.
Exactly. Okay. He's looking for the big meal.
I feel like I'm looking at the size comparison here of a Mastodon to a human.
I'm gonna, because I thought of that same thing, but I also remembered how many fucking times he's been hit with a car in the series. Gotten back up.
Yeah, but
I figure. I mean, it does have horn, like it does have the front, like
tusks. It's gonna gore it.
Has Michael's head ever been crushed? Because this thing could just step on his head.
No, his head's never been crushed.
So how do you come back? Yeah. I don't think he comes back from that.
I mean, it's you get him down once. If you keep him in view, you knock him down once, it keeps him in view. And like at this point, I'm assuming Michael's gotten a few good hits in. The Mastodon's probably getting a little frenzied. Yeah, dude. I think the Mastodon's gonna squish him.
I don't know.
If he did, I would say that'd be the way the Mastodon wins. But I think Michael could get gored and come back.
Yeah, I think there's definitely going to be a fun bit there of him goring it, and you got like the stone-faced Michael Myers like trying to slash at the face and slash at the trunk and just pissing this thing off even more, and it's just going to fucking go wild and smash him around. Yeah, I think the Mastodon obliterates Michael Myers' body.
I don't know about that. But I will say, if the Mastodon does win this, I am going to hope to God that the Juggernaut wins the next one. Ultron against the Mastodon wouldn't really be much of a contest on the Mastodon's part, really.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of on the Michael Myers side, too, honestly. Just to see, like,
still
the underdog kind of, yeah.
Yeah, because I honestly think Michael Myers would be able to take out a Mastodon with just, like, honestly, he's used an array of weapons. Like, it doesn't have to be a kitchen knife. He's used tons of different weapons. He's known for using a kitchen knife.
Okay, but in the movie that you're arguing from, Cult of Thorn, what does he use? He could use anything from that arsenal.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't remember
that. Because that's the trilogy in the between. So like 4, 5, and 6 are technically the Cult of Thorn trilogy.
Yeah, it would have to be more than a kitchen knife because those things like are thick.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm like, he'd have to like really get in there and start hacking at the
like
belly.
It used to take like 50 guys and 50 spears to fucking. I mean, unless Mike got close enough somehow to take out both of its eyes at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah, man, I'm looking because this size comparison I'm looking shows a 6 foot tall man next to it, and it's like those tusks are up at head level already.
Oh my god!
One swing and Michael's getting flung into a building.
I'm looking up the fucking weapons and stuff he used. Actually, I'm looking. Man,
was he like controlled by the Curse of Thorn, because that gives immunity from death?
No,
no, it's a curse that like I don't think he was technically controlled. I think it was more or less like he sacrificed himself to the Cult of Thorn because they needed to do it. It's like this whole fucking weird like Samhain curse thing. I don't really remember the whole thing.
Oh.
It's convoluted and fucking it's forgotten for a reason. But it looks like the most deadly weapon that he used in the Cult of Thorn trilogy was a scythe. And I don't know how efficient he would be with a scythe to take out a Mastodon. But I'm just seeing some like crazy anime shit where like for some reason he's just like really good like Demon Slayer fucking or like what is that one that weird anime? Bleach. Just like running up the fucking trunk and just
I mean he might be able to like get him in the legs a couple times with a scythe, but I think in order for him to get in close enough, the thing's gonna have him on reach pretty much the whole time.
It depends. It depends on how fast he's moving, and typically he doesn't really move all too fast. He has ran before, but he doesn't really. I think he does the walking thing mainly as an intimidation factor.
Yeah, he got made fun of in high school for his run.
You run like
elementary school, whatever grade he murdered all those people in.
He was 6 when he murdered his sister, something like that. Well, and then the Rob Zombie one, he killed the kid from Spy Kids.
Oh yeah, the stick.
Yeah, that was a really weird scene.
Forgot about that.
So are we at an impasse here?
Are we
Bert, where are you
on
at?
This one?
I'm still kind of thinking Mastodon, honestly.
It's looking like a tie game right now. I guess Aaron would be the tiebreaker here because he's the one that's not in the debate.
Ben, I'm still, because they're like, I'm trying to play this out in my head, really. So like, I'm thinking, like, I don't know. For some reason I can't get like the anime image out of my head, even though I know that's not at all what we're talking about.
Or a Mastodon movie. It's a Lost in the Bog movie.
Okay.
So realistically,
we
could just have some weird fucking anime intro action scene going on with Michael Myers flying around with a scythe taking out a fucking Mastodon.
Well, because I don't know. I guess I'm biased because I like Michael Myers as a character.
Same. I think an actual literal mastodon would probably be too stupid to fucking try all too much.
Well, they're
tactics.
stupid, and then, like I said, once it gets cut a couple times, it's gonna get frenzied and start lashing out.
Yeah.
And having a fucking 8-ton mammoth creature flailing about, I don't think it's gonna let him get close enough. But we're just going in circles here, so.
But he's a methodical killer. Like, you wouldn't let the frenzied animal get to him.
He's methodical, so I don't think he'd be able to handle this thing lashing out. And I mean, yeah, he's killed animals and dogs in the woods, sure. But this is a creature the size of a tank.
Yeah, but if it's freaking out and stuff like that, it's not thinking in strategy. And that's pretty much all he does is think in strategy.
He gets knocked out. The mastodon runs over him. He takes the kitchen knife and like guts him underneath it, so that when he runs across him, he like.
I don't think the kitchen knife would be long enough to do that.
Well, I don't
potentially,
know.
Yeah. I don't know how thick a mastodon hide could be.
Yeah, and that's
extremely.
Yeah,
it's like 10 leather jackets.
Fucking y'all gotta yes and me. All right. So no, all right.
It's more of improv.
Are we like flipping on this one?
I think we're flipping.
All right.
All right, you better fucking show it on screen.
That's the thing. I'm using a green screen, so it's gonna keep being weird. So I think what we're gonna do is, since the delay won't allow for us to call rock paper scissors, these guys, one of these guys, Burton, you call it, and then hold up what you're doing on screen.
Okay, and it's just between you two?
Yep.
Okay. All right, ready? I'll go on shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn it!
Oh.
All right,
it's Michael Myers by the paper.
By the paper, so that's how that dude just comes charging, and fucking Michael Myers just moves to the side a little bit and he gets just showered in mammoth guts.
He just icebergs that fucking guts. Titanic.
Yep, just right down it. So, well, shit.
Advances.
I can't even believe it. With the upset, Michael Myers coming in. I was looking up how big a mastodon would actually be, because I was like, well, how fucking big would this fucking thing even be?
Yeah, dude, that day, I'm gonna allow it for the cool ending.
All right, Alex and Aaron, you're up next.
Oh, what do I want to discuss next? Do we want to do straight into Juggernaut versus Ultron, or do we want to do something a little more?
I was saying we just go down the list.
Just go down the list?
If you want to switch it up, though, if you want to pick like the whole next round, like pick what you get and who the other person has to argue, I kind of like that.
Nah, I like chronological order.
Chronological? Okay.
Gets muddy.
I was going to say either Jason or the Joker, other than that, but that's cool. That works too. That'd be a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, we can't have that. It's the second match, though. We got to keep people watching, get those advertising dollars.
Okay, so I will definitely be on the side of the Juggernaut, bitch! Because he is a massive motherfucker who is actually not a mutant, but he is possessed by a magical spirit of the Juggernaut, because he has a magical totem that actually is the cursed object.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. He is actually one of like the only people in the X-Men universe that just isn't a mutant. He just has powers because of magic.
But he is Xavier's brother, right?
Yeah, he's Xavier's half brother, I want to say.
All right.
Same father, I want to say. I could be wrong. It's muddy because of different continuities and stuff.
That gives Aaron the Ultron.
The Ultron. Yeah. So other than Age of Ultron, other than watching the movie, I don't really know a whole hell of a lot about him.
Always comes up, Alex. It will always come up.
It's always going to happen.
About that. Yeah, but
every single time.
His abilities, artificial intelligence, genius level intellect, abilities via robotic body. Variants include superhuman strength, speed, agility, and durability. He flies and he has energy blast. Body's made up of very durable alloy, is manifested various superpowers, which may vary between different stories, but generally include superhuman strength, speed, agility, like I was just saying. So I feel like no matter who he really goes up against, I feel like he'd have a good chance at
Wasn't he
and with the
originally?
Juggernaut.
Wasn't he originally made of adamantium?
Let's see, I think so.
No, I don't think so originally.
Okay.
Because God, I don't even remember the fucking original Ultron story. Because I'm pretty sure that might have been adamantium. Because that's like not something that they used all too much in the comics.
It says Ultron's outer armor is usually comprised primarily of adamantium, which is almost completely impervious to damage. Most of Ultron's units powers small internal nuclear furnace and incorporate program transmitter.
But then you got the Juggernaut, who has superhuman strength, stamina, durability,
brute.
invulnerability. He's got his mystical force field that keeps him in perpetual motion. Is immune to any mental attacks, and his helmet can like withstand like really hardcore blasts.
Yeah, but it's just a brute.
Yeah,
like there's nothing.
Like I think the only thing Ultron really has on Juggernaut is flight, because like if Ultron can just like fly around for like ever, then the Juggernaut can't really catch him.
Gets the high ground.
Yeah, exactly. Because like the Juggernaut realistically can't be stopped by most things. Like as soon as he like gets to actual like moving, he's just going.
Yeah. I'm only thinking because it says he's like obviously he's got AI as genius level, so he'd be able to like kind of outsmart him in a lot of ways. But I feel like the strength is kind of the one thing that just kind of is like unmatched. I mean, they both have superhuman strength.
Yeah, that's true, but Ultron wouldn't be able to stop Juggernaut in a hand-to-hand. Honestly, you do have a good point with Ultron being a genius level intellect, because like Juggernaut's not exactly the brightest bulb.
Like you said, he's kind of a brute.
Yeah, because he's usually like utilized as just like a henchman kind of character. Like he doesn't really get a whole lot of like, oh, this is like my plan or something. He's not like that kind of villain.
Where are they fighting?
That's a good question. Are they out in the field? Are they in the same field that the Mastodon and Michael Myers were?
They were in Illinois.
Oh yeah, they were in Illinois. Yeah, that was the theme.
Like, because if they're in a city, then maybe Ultron could get Juggernaut to like start the momentum run, dive out of the way, and have him run into some kind of factory that blows him up or something.
No one really affects Juggernaut all too much. He's gone through explosions before.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's got mystical force field. When he's moving, he can't get affected.
I'd throw in the ring that Ultron just goes full on invincible and throws Juggernaut into space.
I was gonna make a joke and say that they fight on the moon. So I guess
if
that
they
kind of
did get, if Ultron could get a grip on Juggernaut before he could actually start like moving and like getting like to a certain speed, realistically, I don't think Juggernaut's powers activate a certain way, because like he is invulnerable, but I don't think he's invulnerable like the Blob is, where like he can just like withstand certain things like normally.
Well,
but
yeah, you're saying he's a human being. Like he may have this mystical force field, but like he can't fly in space. So even if it does keep him alive, he's just gonna kind of orbit, right?
Essentially, yeah, because like he wouldn't be able to move, like he wouldn't be able to like get any sort of friction or like actual like perpetual motion. So like unless like if he was in orbit, like the orbit like somehow got him to like speed up and stuff, and then he did the Superman 4 or something.
You orbit at what, like thousands of miles an hour?
Yeah, more than likely. I don't know how fast it actually is. I'm not a scientist.
So Ultron
burns up his armor,
throws Juggernaut in space.
Juggernaut's armor probably wouldn't be able to survive in space either.
Or it like solidifies because it just gets touched by the surface of the, I don't know, the, what do you call that? The outside of I don't know, what's the proper term, I guess.
Atmosphere.
Like burns up in Earth's atmosphere after he gets thrown by Ultron. Then his armor solidifies. They land on the moon.
I think I took the losing horse on this one. Actually, I think Juggernaut gets ran over by fucking Ultron.
I think he's just throws him into space, and then at some point, a few nights from now, there's just a little twinkle in the sky.
You see that star right there, kid?
Juggernaut just re-enters the atmosphere.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Juggernaut, bitch!
I said, bitch.
Oh,
All right.
man.
So
Okay.
is that decided, or we flip it on this one too to keep it
I
interesting?
think
I think it's Ultron.
Nah, I'm dealing out for this one because I like the Juggernaut, but I don't think he's winning this one.
Yeah, that was tough. I like Juggernaut too, but
Yeah, he's a great character.
oh, that's gonna be an interesting round too there.
oh shit.
Ooh.
Michael Myers versus Ultron. All right, so moving on from there.
Fuck, dude, I think Ultron.
Aaron, who do you pick?
I gotta get a.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
say
please.
while he decides, there's a bit of history in this match. So originally, the algorithm, we'll call it, spit out Pressy versus the Melonheads, and Nessie lost out in the original algorithm. Now Nessie's people were upset at this. There was a whole social media firestorm about it. I'm sure you remember it.
Mhm.
But we, after doing our quote due diligence, the Melonheads, for reasons, will not be participating in this tournament. And rather than going to the losers bracket to bring someone forward, Nessie's people launched a successful campaign lobbying the committee and allowing Nessie to battle it out with who they call the imposter, Pressy.
Pressy.
So we have this battle here. It's what is this? It's two giant prehistoric creatures.
Mm-hmm.
This is a sci-fi original right here.
This-
That's actually who's
Straight up.
sponsoring this fight.
So what arena we going with this one then? Like a arid desert or something?
Yeah, Mountain Top.
they both,
It's Mountain Top.
they both
deep-
just dry
deep
up.
forest.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking. Kind of thinking Pressy on this one. I don't know why.
Oh,
Kind of a change of pace.
interesting.
All right.
Give me a second to come up with a reasoning for it, because I don't.
All right. then.
Yes.
Yep,
Pressy.
so while you take it, Pressy.
Means I got the OG.
Yep.
Oh, gee.
Nessie struts into the whatever lake. I guess it's between what, Lake Superior and Loch Ness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Lake Superior. It's a bigger body of water. More
Is it
much
really?
battleground.
Much so. Yeah.
Huh.
So I say, yeah, we're gonna airlift Nessie and drop her in the
Real,
Lake Superior.
real Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, kinda, yeah, we're
situation
just
happening there.
Mhm.
It's like 4 giant, ridiculous-looking helicopters with like some kind of net.
If we could have just carried Kong in the helicopters, why didn't we just do that instead of the boats where Godzilla could have gotten
Shut
us?
Shut up! That's why.
So here's my thinking, right? It's a battle of length. It's a battle of being able to move and to be like, because I feel so Pressy, from my understanding, 75 feet in length, has some like jutting teeth, so we could like kind of jab into Nessie, occasionally get like the hits on him and stuff, kind of weaken him.
Oh, it's Nessie's stats.
I just tried to find it, couldn't.
What?
So I
see,
don't
there we go.
I don't know how long she might be. However, one thing I will say about Nessie is that, at least in the images I saw, Pressy is typically depicted with only 2 front fins, whereas Nessie has 4. And I don't know if Pressy is able to do this, but Nessie has supposedly been spotted on land as well. So if Nessie tries to take it to the land, it might have an advantage.
True.
And with the extra 2 fins, it might be faster in the water.
Damn, how do they not have like a stat sheet for
Yeah,
the Loch Ness
seriously, I
Monster?
mean,
Yeah,
like-
right? I couldn't find it. It's harder
Of
than
all,
it sounds.
of all the bullshit everyone's made up about these creatures, someone can it's 100 feet long.
No, it's like literally a million articles of, is Nessie real? Like, look at this picture that everybody's already seen that's already been debunked as fake.
Yeah.
Well, I have been to Loch Ness and I went through the Nessie Museum and
That's cool.
and according to the museum, it's definitely not real.
Oh yeah, it was like a bunch of barrels, right?
Well, the super famous picture was just like a little toy. And then there's been a series, you know, they go into like every different hoax that ever took place and all the serious like research that's been done into it that kind of came up with nothing.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Bummer for sure.
Right.
So Nessie's people are going to sue us for libel.
I want to for some
They're
reason
some
though,
very powerful lawyers.
right? For some reason though, I want to say I remember seeing there that it was estimated between like 50 and 60 feet long or something like that.
Okay, so Press has
So.
got a little bit of reach.
Little bit. But it's missing 2 fins, which might slow it. So it might be slower because it's bigger
Yeah.
and
might
doesn't
be.
have 2 fins. And it's possible there are stories of Pressy on land, but I've never heard any. But I have heard them
no.
of Nessie. So
It'd be very seal-like. I feel.
yes.
Like if you just kind of like he'd be mobile, but he wouldn't be able to like do very much.
Right. He'd be
I don't
very
think
fast.
either of them would be at real advantage on land.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking because like the teeth in the front is kind of like the main attack point, the main like.
I mean,
you know.
Nessie's got fangs.
Well,
It's got to eat meat and fish.
yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, it's.
See, that's
I'm
the
sure
thing.
it's omnivore.
I
So
can't.
is it-
I don't know what Pressy is. Supposedly, Nessie
It's a
is.
plesiosaur, I think.
I'm finding.
Well, that's what Nessie is. I don't know if Pressy is the same thing.
I'm finding 2 images when I search it. I'm finding this.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, God.
And I suppose maybe the more comical of the 2. This.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Seen that one.
It looks really derpy.
Yeah. But it kind of shows off. I mean, he's a big ass like seal fish with a long tail. I don't know. Like
Yeah, he does kind of look like a seal thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here.
whereas
I think Nessie's definitely got the reach with the long neck.
yeah,
Okay.
like constrict him.
Aaron, do you have any idea how old? When was the first sighting of Pressy?
Let me see. I think it said
like 1800s, I think.
yeah, that's what I saw.
So wouldn't that put Nessie at older? In terms of sightings?
Sightings of monster date back to the late 1800s. One
Yeah.
possible Pressy sighting noted that the creature swam in snake-like motion. This occurred in 1897 near Duluth, Minnesota, where a man fell overboard on his yacht after hitting a rock in the water. The man claimed the creature attacked him and attempted to constrict him.
Ah.
So it is a constrictor.
Yeah,
Okay, that's interesting. That's
using the tail.
a type of even like Godzilla did to Kong.
Yeah.
But
So
he'd
they're
still
pretty
have
evenly
to.
matched.
They
Yeah.
are very evenly matched. One's definitely a little bit bigger. The other one might be faster, at least in the water. Well, and that's the other thing. Oh yeah. Actually, one of the really early reports of Nessie, it did attack a small boat, but I don't think it killed anyone or attacked a person. But that could suggest that Pressy's more aggressive.
Yeah.
Pressy's got a body count.
Yeah, Pressy definitely has a body count.
Well,
I don't know. I'm still
Yeah, that's pretty stumping, honestly.
Yeah.
flip on this one.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think we flip on this one just because they're literally so evenly matched. I don't see.
Yeah.
you know, I can't. There's no one thing that like makes it tips the scale. You know.
Other than the fact that we got Pressy at a 9 and Nessie's at 24, so I guess maybe that could decide it.
On what do you?
Oh, that was just the seed.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just the seed.
Well, I don't know basketball rules, I guess, but whatever.
Oh no,
Yeah, flip on-
the seed, the basketball rules may mean something. This seed is 100% random.
Okay, so never mind then. Yeah, I guess I was just looking at it.
So let's flip it.
Yeah.
Mike, can you flip it for us? We'll go heads, Nessie, tails, Pressy.
Yep, we're gonna use the
Pressy.
important coin for this. This coin, and I will not tell the story on air because it's technically illegal, but it has saved my ass many a time. So where are we at here?
It's hard to see. Oh, all
Awesome.
right.
Good
Heads.
piece.
Tails. All right.
A half
Who's
dollar
got what?
shit.
Heads is Nessie, tails is Pressy. What is it?
We got
Oh, Nessie wins! Nessie
Oh.
fucking wins!
Gee, Return of the Mac.
There's a whole bunch of pissed off youpers.
Yeah.
Youpers
Oh,
in Minnesota.
we're looking at the stands here. The Youper fans and the Scottish fans are
They're
just
fighting.
drunkenly brawling. Here's the thing, though.
They're throwing pasties everywhere.
It's a goddamn massacre. We wish the best to both sides. I'm sure there's good people on both sides.
There's chum in the water, folks. It's a bloodbath.
It's a bloodbath. All right then. On a coin flip.
Damn.
On a technicality. That's
Bullshit.
two. That's three.
Oh,
That's
Bullshit.
two of the three on a
Oh fuck!
technicality.
God damn it! I was like, oh nice, Aaron won.
Nope.
Oh shit! That means Oh god, I'm in this round.
Yup.
Who's with me?
Yep. Technically, I think it's Mike at this point, right? Because
Uh,
are we doing a rotation? Because you've been
rotation.
out the most.
All right, yeah. All right.
Oh god.
Who you got, man?
He's the Joker. Damn.
Yeah, you better be damn convincing.
This is
Nessie.
The moment you've all been waiting for.
Yeah, I'll go.
You got to pick a version of each character.
Oh fuck! All right. Okay. Animated series Joker.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, an interesting Joker steps out of the giant clown face.
Are we talking?
Why is he all
like,
2D and shit?
I'm talking Mark Hamill when he goes Holly.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Okay, so that leaves Voorhees to Michael.
Yes.
All right. Oh god,
Ooh.
which Voorhees though?
Yeah.
which
that's a big
which
question.
Jason Voorhees?
Which
do you wanna
which
pick?
Voorhees and where the fuck are we fighting?
I mean, I'm gonna be straight up. I'm most familiar with either Freddy versus Jason Voorhees or
Good one.
Jason Goes to Hell. Those are my two.
Jason
Yeah.
Goes to Hell has him in it for like not even 10 minutes.
Yeah, but like I said, those are my two most familiar. I'm not like
I did.
So
I
like
said you
zombie
belong.
Jason.
I would say the most OP ones would be like Jason in Space or Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah, Freddy in Space
Jason
or
X.
Jason in Space or
Jason X, yeah.
Jason or Friday Part 6 when he
Or-
became the zombie.
Or the fucking remake. He was
The
fucking-
remake one,
that
he was a
shit
fucking
was-
scary
Oh,
motherfucker.
that was legit scary. Like,
Yeah, I
that
wish they
was
would have
a
kept
good
that series going with that
Yeah.
stupid lawsuit, man.
one.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Forgot
know.
about
I'm gonna just hand in my dork card right here and admit that I haven't seen it.
You like
Dude,
it?
you should
Yeah,
watch
man.
through the entirety of the Friday the 13th series. I did it over COVID. Definitely worth the watch.
Oh,
Nice.
I've
Every single
watched
one.
them, but like I watched Jason Goes to Hell like every day after school because I wasn't technically allowed to, but I didn't have a babysitter. So
Dude, that movie fucking
did.
sucks.
it.
I don't know, man. The scene when he throws the guy in the grill always fucked me up.
Yeah. I always just couldn't stomach the fucking scene where the coroner is eating his heart.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it was pretty fucked up.
The first possession.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with Jason X.
Okay.
Jason in space.
Okay, so
That's a
Uber
good one.
Jason or before he gets nanobited? Because Uber Jason is fucking scary shit, dude.
I mean, the Voorhees people are gonna want to pull out the stops. So, which are we saying Nano Jason?
Uber Jason is the
Uber
fans
Jason
call
is
him.
the. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go with Uber Jason.
The Jason that got away from the Friday the 13th video game, sadly.
Oh yeah, that would have been dope.
Right.
OP as fuck, but cool.
Fucking
For those-
lawsuits, man.
For those of you keeping score at home, this is the motherfucker we're talking about.
Yeah, basically Lord Zed.
Yeah.
Also, it's ki ma ma ma.
Or the fucking
Not in this fight. It's chi ha ha ha.
Isn't that-
you?
isn't that the same mask as the hockey mask guy from Ninja Turtles too? Like
Shredder?
Shredder, yeah.
Yeah, Shredder and Lord Zed, and then Uber Jason's like the guy
The
that shows
baby.
up with like he got his mask at like the dollar store.
Yeah, he wanted to be Lord Zed for Halloween, but it didn't work out right.
Yeah, it was like the costume was called like Evil Red Guy Lord or something.
Okay.
I mean, like, you know, you're not fully wrong on that. Kind of similar.
So yeah, dude. So I mean, this it's obviously going to take place in a city.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm kind of biased on this.
Detroit.
Because Jason, like the New Blood was one of the first horror movies, as far as like slasher movies I ever watched, and that movie still sticks with me quite a bit.
Or actually, hang on. Joker Voorhees. Yeah, let's have him fight in Lansing.
The New Blood.
Yeah,
Part 5?
yeah.
That didn't have Jason in it.
What?
I thought it did. There's the one where he's like it's the one where he at the end of it he gets like drowned underneath of it. It starts off where he's in the middle of the lake there, and then something like reawaken him and stuff, and he's like,
Part
it's
7.
been years since I've seen it. Is that 7?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Is-
I guess I got them mixed up. It's been a
New
long time
Blood-
since I've seen it, but
The New Blood is the one where there's the copycat Jason with the blue chevrons on his mask.
oh yeah, that's right.
Where everybody's like, "Oh, it's supposed to be Jason," but it's not. It's just a
Yeah.
fucking whodunit.
Just some asshole.
Roy
guess-
Burns.
So I mean, obviously, it's just like Uber Jason's just gonna stalk.
Mhm.
And I don't know if we have to like program him to go after the Joker.
No, I mean, he already knows.
You know, okay. So yeah,
It's Jason. He knows to kill.
It's gotta be.
yeah,
Spin.
dude. I don't know, man. I think the Joker's gonna try to be silly about this shit. He's gonna get cut real quick.
It might get cut, but it might not kill him. And if it doesn't, see, here's the thing about this is why I specifically pick animated series Mark Hamill Joker, because that one, if you watch, and I'm also including things like Mask of the Phantasm and The Killing Joke, because that's all the same Joker in all those movies, animated movies as well. Especially in Mask of the Phantasm, you know, he's a fucking psycho. Like he's a fucking he really does some really dark, fucked up shit. Now, you can't really do anything fucked up mentally to Jason. So, because he's kind of a brute, right? But
Mhm.
Joker might be able to convince him to join.
I don't know, man.
If Harley acts like his mother,
Yeah, I
Ooh.
hate to argue against my own guy, but like, who's this 6 foot tall mama's boy? Harley, get over here.
Yeah.
yeah, you get her in the bloody sweater that she got decapitated in.
Jason,
wants to talk to you.
And he could at least use that to reel Jason in enough to dump him into the vat of acid or something. And
see, I feel like
You need a vat of acid to fucking
he's gonna get
kill
close. I
Uber
see
Jason.
Harley fucking this up though.
I do too. I do
Yeah.
too.
Like
Okay,
as soon as
okay.
she breaks character, Jason just fucking gores her, dude.
I was gonna say which era of fucking Joker, but then again, if it's animated series, it's got to be Harley because he didn't have punchline back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say he like that sweater trick's gonna work at first, but right before Harley's able to do whatever she's gonna do, Jason's gonna be like, "You're not my mom," because she's gonna be like, "Oh, Jason, honey," and he's like that fucking accent.
That stupid Gotham City accent, you bitch.
And yeah, Harley, no, and then blah, he's just gonna gutter.
I also think though, okay, so if that were to take place, that would make Joker go even crazier and more like violent.
Oh, if Harley died in front of him?
Yeah, especially like that. And so I think, and Joker's the kind of guy who, no matter what, has a contingency plan. So like if he's about to die, like if he knows Jason's about to kill him, there's going to be some way where he kills Jason too.
So yeah, Joker's now, after watching Harley get gutted, he's not fucking around anymore.
Yeah.
No more silly joke bombs.
Right. Yeah. Now
I'll burn this whole city if I have to.
Yeah, exactly. All bets are off. And he'll, much like Michael, he'll quickly be able to figure out that stabbing, drowning, shooting, none of these things work. So he'll have to pretty much like find a way to rip them apart and put each body part in a different part of the planet or something.
But then again, Joker also has Joker toxin, which incapacitates and kills like very slowly and painfully while they laugh themselves to death.
Yeah.
So we don't know if that works.
Would that work? Yeah, I don't know if that's hard to say.
I feel like it has potential, but then again, the Uber Jason has his mask fused to his face at that point.
Still got to breathe, right?
Right. Yeah. Well,
we're about to have a mask debate.
Oh wait, did you?
No.
Topical.
Did Uber Jason survive? Did he ever end up in space raw and survive it?
He got shot into Earth's like gravitational pull, and then I don't know if he actually survived it because I haven't seen that. Well,
I think
I watched it last year, but like
because they like harvest like the little bits of him that's left.
Because like him and like one of the dudes get shot out of the fucking space station and then like burn up in the atmosphere, and like that's part of the way they try to destroy
fighting
him.
On the way.
Oh yeah, both of the guys were still fighting.
Oh, okay. So physics didn't apply there. Okay, fair.
Oh yeah, it was so cartoony and funny. It's a really good shot, actually.
Yeah, dude, I think Joker's got this because like it's as much as Jason is gonna be trying to hack and slash, Joker's gonna be able to outsmart him.
God damn.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bloody. There's gonna be a whole fucking mess of innocent people that died. So we're gonna get our lawyers on that.
Joker would be a lot more nimble too.
Yeah.
I think Joker would be nimble at first, but I see Joker like leveling a building to trap him underneath it.
Yeah.
I just said if we were talking Joker, I just said like the Arkham series.
That's
what
that was
fucking Titans shit.
If I had thought of that first, I probably would have gone that way.
I think Jason X can Uber Jason can keep trying to fight this, but I think Joker's got it in the end.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Joker wins. God damn it. That means I'm again.
Oh man.
All right.
Freddy Krueger versus Gore the God Butcher. Oh shit.
Okay, 2 questions. 1, who's up with me? And 2, who's Gore
Alex.
the God Butcher?
Yeah, I guess the cycle would be me next. And Gore the God Butcher is who Christian Bale is going to be playing in Thor 4. This is a character who holds Necro, the pretty much like God-killing sword. It's like this like black mass that he can like basically shape into a massive blade that is specifically designed to end gods. I don't know a whole lot past that just because like I'm still trying to play catch up with the whole what the hell's happened in Thor, because who fucking like actually read through Thor when they were growing up.
Right.
Like I don't know one person that's actually was like, oh man, fucking
They were difficult to read. Because he always talked in Asgardian.
I liked the ultimate Thor, but the old ones I never really read.
So
stuff with people like, oh yeah, Thor, we have to go for Elter. It's like, Harley, thitherly to thee. Like,
yeah.
Okay, dude, we get it.
Yeah, so he has the all black necro sword, which is like fucking an all powerful ooze kind of thing that also like he can use as like cloak and stuff.
And what is he?
He's an alien. I don't know what type of species he is.
Okay, so he's just like he's like a
he-
Thanos that kills gods.
Yeah, because he was scorned by the gods. Like his people got like murdered and like all sorts of like just devastated, and the gods never did one thing for them. And he's got some backstory basically of like he wants to just end anything that could be considered a god. So like Thor and all of his family.
So
he, wants to kill the Greek gods and stuff.
This is kind of a perfect matchup because Freddy Krueger is as close as you get to anything godlike on this list right now. It's well, besides Thanos, but we know Thanos isn't one. So
yeah, because Freddy is technically a dream demon. If you want to
yeah,
go with the fucking
yeah.
continuity they ended up with.
Yeah.
That shit was so wild. He like got like possessed by the 3 entities that asked him like if he wanted to be their servant. He was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Fuck it. I'll stay alive, I guess.
All right.
Left him with burnt skin.
Yeah.
It's like psychological warfare at that point.
So I don't know like an extreme amount about either of these characters, but I know more about Freddy, so I guess I'll go with him.
I'll say I know a decent bit about Freddy Krueger, but I know okay amount about Gore. Honestly, the big thing is if Gore is in possession of All Black the Necrosword, he's gonna be pretty much on level of like strength wise and like being able to move as like a god would be. So like all sorts of like superhuman powered.
So would he be able to fight something in his own dreams?
Realistically, I think so. He's not exactly somebody that's like weak of mind in any way. He's just like very thought out for the most part. I feel like it would be really tricky for him to get the hang of fighting in a dreamscape because like I don't know if they do that in Marvel all too much, like going into dreamscapes. I'm sure they do because
they do, yeah.
comic books do.
Well, Doctor
everything.
Strange.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. For this, I think Freddy's kind of like a metaphysical being, right?
Because they can also pull Freddy into the real world. They've done it several
okay.
times.
So that's okay. So
Yeah.
and would he like what's his blob sword again? What's it called?
It's the All Black the Necrosword.
Necrosword. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Necrosword.
gonna cut in because the wiki, if we're going off just bit like more knowledge of it, Gore is an unknown alien race. It's an unnamed planet as far as place of origin. His abilities, alien symbiote, grants superhuman strength, speed, stamina, durability, virtual immortality,
So
limited.
he has a symbiote.
Yeah, I think it's attached to Null, who is like the god of symbiotes, basically.
That would explain it. It says symbiote's autonomous defense capabilities, replication of symbiote, and regenerative health. So
see, I'm gonna argue the symbiote being a separate being, right?
No, because All Black isn't like a separate like entity like your Venoms or your Knowles or your Carnages and whatnot, where those are like actual like sentient versions that will like talk to their hosts and stuff. I don't think All Black talks. At least I don't think so.
So, well, if it's a symbiote, are we saying is it the same symbiote race as Venom?
It comes from the same world, but I'm pretty sure it's actually part of Null, the god of symbiotes.
Okay.
Which
would explain his godlike power.
The first symbiote, All Black, was manifested from the shadows of the evil deity Null, tempered by using divine power, and it's slain a celestial. So basically, it was forged from Null and a celestial. It took the form of a sword made of living black darkness. All Black is wielded by Null during the Dark God's deicidal rampage, earning it the moniker of the Necrosword and the God Slayer. So yeah, it's literally like a symbiote, but it's not actually like a person symbiote.
But it's also part
not conscious,
and it's also part celestial.
Yeah, it was forged from the death of a celestial.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure then that it could go into dreams too, probably.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it stands to reason.
Yeah. So if that's the case, if he's in a dream with that fighting Freddy, I think they could kill Freddy or pull him out and kill him.
Well,
Yeah, because that would be the way to kill him. Is like I don't think you can kill him in the dream world.
Yeah.
At least I don't think so.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say my thoughts are unless they pull him out of the dream world, I kind of feel like Freddy has a bit of the upper hand as far as like being able to like change the environment and change kind of like.
Oh, he
you know,
definitely
put-
has
put
the
in his
upper hand.
favor.
Yeah.
It's not the
'cause he
upper
can
hand
go
in Dream
through-
World, but I think
Mhm.
Gore would figure out pretty quick he'd be able to.
Yeah.
He'd have to Nancy Thompson it a couple of times where like he fell asleep and woke back up and was like, ah shit, I gotta figure this out real quick.
Yeah, I think he could do it.
Survival instinct of the symbiote's going to wake him up enough to be able to pull him into the. Because if the symbiote has self-sufficient instincts, it's going to defend itself and wake him up out of the dream.
Yeah, it said
Where-
autonomous.
I think it would only take a couple of encounters of this fight for him to be like, all right, I'm going to go to sleep and then you're going to wake me up when I got him. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
this
I feel
one
like that makes
goes.
sense.
I feel like this one could go to Gore.
all
Gore
right.
the God Butcher.
Freddy's fans are pissed, but they are also sleeping. So
Yeah, they're very tired,
What an
Yeah.
upset!
so they're not
And-
making
and
too
f-
much noise.
And
Bring
then,
them.
Krueger out in
fucking-
the first round.
yeah, sit down, Freddy Krueger.
Ring the bell, JR. It's a bloodbath.
So
Stop
this
the
next
fight.
fight is it's tough to pick a side, man. Like a Wendigo versus a fucking mermaid.
Yeah, this is the all cryptid fight.
This is interesting.
Oops, all
see,
cryptids.
where are we?
That'll be a big Where are you fighting? That's
Where are we fighting? Are we fighting at like a beach side so that they both have like some kind
I
of
had
fair
to put
ground
some
on it?
thought into this.
Because like there's no way a Wendigo is winning in water, and if it's like just dry land, a fucking mermaid's gonna die.
I put some thought into this. So I think both creatures being intelligent, the motivation for the fight is to hunt one another. They've both been told that they need to, like, the mermaid knows to kill the Wendigo knows to kill the mermaid. They're conscious of it. So
Okay,
It's
so
gonna be
they're
a
both
hunt.
trying to meet each other halfway in a sense.
yeah, I think that's how this would go. I'm not
so
in the
beachfront
argument, but-
basically.
Hmm.
or
Okay.
Well-
well, because beach, like that's a lot of space for the mermaid to not, to kind of be half beached. You know what I mean? So like maybe like like a stop, like a deep water coming right up to like a field.
Drop off.
Yeah, like an immediate drop off.
It's saying the Wendigo is just for context is a creature or evil spirit which originates from the folklore of First Nations based in and around the East Coast forests of Canada, Great Plains region of the United States. The Wendigo is often said to be a malevolent spirit, sometimes depicted as a creature with human-like characteristics which possesses human beings. The Wendigo is known to invoke feelings of insatiable greed / hunger, the desire to cannibalize other humans, as well as propensity to commit murder in those that fall under its influence. Basically, he like gets into their head and
Okay, so it's a person though.
No. It's a
It
monster.
can be a person.
Yeah, it's a
The
spirit.
Wendigo starts as a monster, but it can possess people and turn them into Wendigos.
Okay.
Typically, they have to actually indulge in consuming human flesh before they actually turn, though.
All right. Well, I think we can facilitate that.
Yeah,
We've got all those bodies from the Voorhees Joker fight.
but I think I am gonna take the side of the Wendigo strictly on the fact that they possess a power where they can fucking run fast as shit until whatever is dragging of their victim lights a blaze.
Damn.
So
That's
once it
brutal.
gets its hand on a mermaid,
So yeah, if it can grab the mermaid and start running, that mermaid is gonna light on fire, and he's gonna have fried fish for dinner.
Yep.
But then again, whoever takes mermaid
Well-
side, you have to look up some mermaid stuff.
I think it's Aaron.
Is it? Am I in this
Yep.
one? All right.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna side with Wendigo, but I guess for sake of argument, since that's what this is all about. I mean,
Yep.
Because I love the idea of fried fish. Listen to all these fucking names while he's looking this shit up. Fucking there's
grilled.
Windigo, Wendigo, Wendigo, Windgoo, Windgo, Windgigo. Like there's just like a billion ways to like pronounce it.
There's also it was supposed to be out already, but there's a really good Wendigo movie coming called Antlers by Guillermo del Toro.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's fucking amazing. It looks really good.
Hell yeah. I always wanted to write a song about Wendigo, but it never worked out.
Don't you remember we that was almost the band name change from Betray the Prophet. That was
I thought that was the name of a song we wanted to do.
Well, we when we were doing the name change, that one came up, and we were almost ready to go. Well, that's the thing. We were almost ready to go. We almost had him convinced. And then I was like, oh yeah, there's like so many different ways you can say this, like Wendigo, Wendigo, Wendigo. He was like, yeah, that sounds dumb. I was like, God damn it. Just kind of
But also, Aaron, mermaids are not like, if you actually look up proper folklore on mermaids, they're not nice.
It's not. Yeah, it's kind of like there's the Greek version of it where they basically they would like, I'm trying to find them.
dock ships, right? That was them.
Yeah, she would ask sailors or any other ship they would encounter one question: is King Alexander alive? The answer would please her. She would stir up a terrible storm. So basically, like, she was kind of a manipulator. It kind of sounds like in some facets, and others. So like everybody's kind of got their own. But according to ethnologists, they all share a common element. They are restless spirits of the undead, or of the unclean dead. They are usually the ghosts of young women who died violently or untimely death, perhaps by murder or suicide, but before their wedding, and especially drowning. Said to inhabit lakes and rivers, they appear as beautiful young women, blah, blah, blah. They can be seen after dark. So yeah, I guess I'm kind of like, I'm having a hard time really like defending this because I feel like it's pretty cut and dry on this one. But
well, there's some versions of them where they're more like creatures, though.
Yeah.
As opposed to spirits.
Different kinds of, because like it even says here in this wiki article that I just pulled up, fucking the siren mermaids were also half bird-like. So like they're like beautiful women that might have like feathers and shit, but also can swim.
Well, if they can fly at all, though, that's an advantage.
Yeah.
Oh no, they were originally half bird-like and then came to be fish-like in the Christian era.
Oh,
so
that's interesting.
That is interesting.
So they used to be harpies. Well, sirens used to be harpies, and then they became mermaids.
Oh,
that's weird.
Oh, that's a lot of like
it's a lot of hoop jumping to get that version of mermaids in.
Yeah, it is.
But I also, I kind of feel like in a lot of these they had the same like manipulation kind of thing.
Yeah, so maybe if it could get in the Wendigo's head, but the Wendigo is a spirit too. So
yeah, it's a spirit that's just known for only hungering.
Yeah.
Spirit of hunger versus spirit of sadness.
We should have.
I think hunger wins out of sadness.
We should have done like a siren instead of a mermaid, because I feel like that would be, But regardless,
the algorithm gave us, man.
I think a siren song might be different effect on a different monster too, because like it might actually calm something.
Yeah.
Huh. That would be kind of interesting, because like we don't have to necessarily just leave it at a mermaid. Like we picked different versions of like fucking Joker and shit.
If we want to pull the siren, I think that's legit. I'll meet you at siren, not quite harpy.
Because some mermaids were sirens, so yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it does the siren call to the Wendigo. What effect?
Would it be able to draw? Would she be able to draw a Wendigo in
Yeah.
enough
Let's say she would.
to actually
I think
drown
so.
it?
Oh, I don't know about drowning it.
Because like, okay, then like, what about like just like?
I think
full-blown
so. It can
attack?
appear. It can appear as a woman, so it's gonna appear as a woman in the water, and this cannibalistic creature is gonna go running right for it.
Yeah, I don't think that it's gonna have too much of a sexual desire to like.
Well, no, it's gonna
lust
want
after
to
her
eat
or
it.
something.
No, it's just gonna see a human.
Yeah.
Nom 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 nom.
We're gonna see the meat section at the supermarket.
Exactly.
Or what if the Wendigo possesses the mermaid?
Oh, it makes the
Oh.
mermaid into a cannibalistic fucking mermaid.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking metal as shit. You go,
I
like, it
think
goes
that's-
back to its mermaid brethren and starts just feeding on mermaids, and then it makes a fucking mermaid Wendigo fucking hybrid where it could swim super fast to light things ablaze underwater.
Mermaider.
Yeah, dude, mermaid.
That's
murder.
a mermaider origins. That's what happens. That's
I like that. I like that outcome better than either of them winning. Is that they merged into a new form where the Wendigo fed into the mermaid so much that it actually turned the mermaid into a Wendigo hybrid.
So
That one.
so
That wins.
so siren Wendigo wins.
Yeah,
I gotta
Siren
figure out how to do
Wendigo
this.
wins. Because it went and murdered a bunch of other mermaids. Gore the God Butcher's got his fucking goddamn money up. You should, yeah, and then just rename the Wendigo in that tier, can you?
yeah.
Oh, I was saying siren for mermaid, but I guess that works too.
No, Wendigo siren is what
Yeah.
wins.
So yeah, so
Okay.
They
I
merged.
get you. Yeah.
yeah. Instead of an actual winner.
Oh, they just okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The Wendigo Siren hybrid goes
Yeah.
on to the next round instead, because that's what wins, really.
That's really what happened. Yeah.
That's actually what happens in our world now.
That was I'm not gonna lie, man. That's when Venom lost out, I was really bummed. Because he lost out in the initial bit of the algorithm. And I was really looking forward to choosing Venom. Whoever he came up against, it's like the symbiote jumps. So now we have like Venom Pinhead or something.
You're so cool.
So does that mean it was like a tie? It was like a
Yeah,
tie?
who goes on? Do you guys is it Aaron and Alex again for the next round then, or?
Ooh, that's a good question, because like technically it would be the Siren that went on, but like
But the
the
Wendigo
Wendigo
was
bowed
so
out.
infused in the siren that
Oh yeah, no. What moves on is the fallout from the merging of the two species.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't the possession technically mean that the body of the Siren went on?
I think the spirit of the Wendigo went on because it's a
Yeah.
possession.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Ah, damn. See, this is the Ship of Theseus question right now.
Yep. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it the demon that possessed it, or is it the actual body?
Yeah, and didn't mean to get all philosophical here. That's next episode in the first or in the round 1, part 2.
God damn, dude.
even though this next fight is like
It's a
I was
good one.
hoping to yeah.
See, how do you even approach fucking Thanos versus Magneto?
Don't
Like,
know.
that's tough, because I don't even know if Magneto was a part of the Infinity Saga, because I don't know that
I was gonna
version of
say
the comics.
when
or
we
that
go
era.
into this,
he was.
he totally. But there's some stipulations that are gonna have to go down here, so you got to pick because I'm up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So who was moving on then, Alex?
Yeah, I guess you guys decided it was me, because the Wendigo spirit went on.
The Wendigo spirit moves on. There's a great Sarah McLachlan song called "The Wendigo Spirit Moved On." It's a good song from her grindcore days.
I was trying to think of like an announcer like how that would like, but I guess more set in like the DBZ universe for this one, because that feels really like Dragon Ball to me. Yeah.
Thanos versus Magneto. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. So where are we fighting? Which version of Thanos and Magneto?
Yeah. So who you got?
I don't know, man, because like
That's a tough one.
which version of Thanos could you pick? Like, there's like, oh man, like, okay, I already know. I'm gonna pick Thanos raised by Frank Castle Punisher, because when Frank Castle was the Ghost Rider and the Silver Surfer at the same time, he went back in time to kidnap baby Thanos so that he wouldn't start the Infinity Saga ever, and raised him to be the next Punisher.
Does he still have Thanos' powers?
Yeah, he's still big ass Mad Titan, but
Yeah,
he
I was
also
just
knows how to use guns like a motherfucker.
But he also doesn't have the Infinity Gauntlet.
Ah, shit.
Gotcha.
That's a good point, actually. Fuck. I really like that fucking version of Thanos. Actually, you know what? That version of Thanos would suck against Magneto, because like he would have to get specialized guns that didn't actually use any like fucking metals.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, if he's raised by Frank Castle, he's just buying guns. He's not.
He'd have the heavy artillery, but he wouldn't have the everything
Okay.
else, really.
Okay, I'll do the Thanos that just got the Power Stone after kicking the Hulk's ass in Infinity War.
All right.
So like almost monk-like Thanos, but he's only got 2 Infinity Stones. He's got the Power Stone. He's got the Space Stone.
All right.
All right.
So he can teleport, and he can make himself buffer sometimes.
I'm going straight up Ian McKellen, X-Men 2, when he was at his most brutal.
That's a pretty
All
good
right.
choice.
And I'm going to say, if that's the Thanos you're going with, I'm really happy, because he's got to close his fist.
That's fair.
And
But it's
it's-
Uru Magnet.
Yes, it is.
Uru-
I cheated and did real due diligence on this one and looked it up. The Uru is magnetic and would respond to Magneto's powers.
I don't believe you. I'm gonna look it up myself.
All right.
All evidence points to yes. Son of a bitch.
Yup.
Fuck you,
Fuck.
Cora.
So couldn't
Pause for
Magneto
fact
just,
checking technicalities.
God damn it.
couldn't Magneto just crush it on his arm?
He could, but I'm gonna say this. I think Magneto wants a fight. So
Okay, so fucking
he's gonna-
Thanos
he's gonna-
pulls a fucking Captain Marvel and steals the fucking Power Stone out of his fist and
No.
punches Magneto into the fucking ground.
I don't know, man. I think while that glove is still on his hand, Magneto's just gonna throw it away.
Oh, now that's an interesting tactic. Just leave it to brute force alone.
Yep, he's gonna. I mean, he's got magnet powers, so it kind of depends on where this fight's taking place.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are we fighting?
Yeah,
Dude,
if it's indoors, Thanos has a pretty good chance of like catching him, even if he's flying. But if it's like outside, Magneto can fly pretty high. So I don't know.
Not this Magneto.
Oh, that's true. He never really got higher. Well, actually, no, because Days of Futures Past, he flew pretty high.
He levitated on metal plates.
What
What?
does
No, dude. In Days of Futures Past, he definitely flew.
Yeah, but he's doing X-Men 2. Is that's not Days of Future Past?
It's the same
It's
continuity,
Oh,
technically.
yeah,
same
that's
continuity, so he would
That's
count.
true.
But I all right, I'll take it. It's an advantage for me.
Because he can use
I
the
just-
Earth's magnetic field. That's like part of his power.
Well, what?
Because he controls
Wow.
magnetism in general.
As far as
Atomagnetism.
Yeah.
Thanos goes, what is his powers without the gauntlet? Like, what's his?
Honestly,
Super
he doesn't
fucking
really
strong.
have
Super strike.
crazy amounts of powers. Realistically, he's just like an alien species. He's a deviant of a celestial, so like he's like way more powerful and durable than most things.
Hmm.
Fucking here. Let me look it up for you real quick.
'Cause outside, because that's one thing I don't really fully explain is like that he just gets it and he's just powerful. Like they don't really give him too much
Status
of a-
deceased.
But yeah, so Thanos is like, yeah, he's off celestial. His physical being is powerful enough to be able to wield the stones with the gauntlet. We saw what the gauntlet did to other mortal beings. fried Tony like a battery, and Hulk is all,
Gimpy.
I wasn't gonna say
let's
that
see.
word.
Well,
Godlike
we can cut
strength
that
was
out,
the
I guess.
first one that came up. So he possesses vast superhuman strength. Full limits are not even known. Death has increased his strength beyond their original limits and leveling. What the fuck? Oh, leveling the playing field against the strongest Eternals. So he can take on Eternals with like how strong he is. He also has superhuman agility. Very, very, very quick with his reflexes. We got superhuman fucking reflexes. Nigh invulnerable. Basically unfucking injurable.
Got
So
his
like
head chopped off.
when Tony Stark got a fucking inch of, like a little bit of blood, that was a fucking feat. But he got his head cut off because
That
Stormbreaker was
a
made
god
to kill
weapon.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But fucking he's basically immortal. He can live as long as he wants for the most part. He's also got a healing factor. Telepathy. Oh, is that with the fucking gauntlet? Yeah, that's with the gauntlet with telepathy and stuff. Oh,
Yeah, so-
he's also shown that he is capable of flying. I didn't know that part, but I think that might also be part of the gauntlet.
That sounds gauntlet-y.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
it says teleportation right after that.
yeah,
Oh, he also
definitely
can control magics because he's like in love with death.
Mhm.
So
So
he's
who's got who?
I'm
I got
on
Magneto,
Thanos.
and I
Okay,
think-
that's right. That's right.
So I'm thinking he's flicked that gauntlet away, but if we're in any kind of cityscape, Magneto's just gonna be throwing pipes at him.
Buildings.
Like, yeah, anything sharp and pointy made of metal. And occasionally do that thing that every movie does where one of them throws a car and the other one does like, and like slides back.
Ah, but Thanos would just fucking brute through that.
I was gonna say, I feel like you could like throw an entire like 4 different buildings on him and he would just like bust through them.
Nigh invulnerable, godlike strength. That stuff would be basically just like hitting him with like fucking paper.
Yeah.
Well,
So the optics aren't great. Thanos just beating up on an old Holocaust survivor.
Pretty much.
Magneto could wrap him up in metal and launch him into space.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he can survive in space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he can go ahead and try that, like thinking like that's how he saw Juggernaut get taken down. Yeah.
He's like, I get it. And then
Like, I
fucking
got this,
Thanos
so he
comes
throws-
back down.
Thanos, in fact, he's got to re-enter the atmosphere though, so the metal burns away, and so like just a
Couldn't he
butt
also
naked, slightly charred Thanos.
couldn't Magneto also shoot him to the Earth's core? What would that do to him? Or the sun?
Depends, because if it's Ian McKellen, Magneto, I don't know if he's that powerful.
I don't think he's got that.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
All right.
I think. Yeah, no. Oh no, it's such a bitch move.
Because
but-
like honestly, I think Thanos could fucking just wait, just wait it out until he got fucking tired enough so that he could get close to him and just fucking break him in half, basically.
and just snap Magneto in twice. Yeah.
Because he's basically just an old man at a certain extent. Like once
Yeah,
he's exhausted, like you wouldn't be really able to do anything.
You should have picked Magneto from Logan.
Mhm.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, he wasn't in that.
Yeah, he dies in that movie.
He was already dead.
Was he?
Even old. No, I mean, he just died off screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Because
I was-
like all of the X-Men died in that horrible attack. But yeah, I think
bad joke,
Thanos
anyway.
could probably take
I
out
think
Magneto.
Thanos got this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because Magneto's pretty powerful, but Thanos.
It'd be a hell of a fight, but at the end, it would just be Thanos toying with him.
Yeah.
Because, like, when he comes shooting back down from the atmosphere, butt naked, he's just going to be like, all right, we're ending this. And just, I mean, he one-handed Loki's
Crack
neck.
him. Yeah, he did. Just,
Yeah.
That was intense.
So
Loki
yeah,
was
he's
a
just
god.
he's just gonna fucking wring Magneto out like a washcloth.
Curl him up.
He's just gonna grab the one end and just go. Like
Just
Or like
squeeze out of there.
Juggernaut did to Deadpool.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm gonna rip you in half now. What?
All right, Alex.
Well, hey, real
Go on
quick.
again.
I'm gonna step out real quick. Take
All
like a $5, and then get back to it, maybe.
Well, we got one more
Awesome.
match. If you want to if you could get through this one.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know if you were trying to do like the other side.
Oh no,
Let's do
the
it.
other side's gonna be next episode.
Okay, right on. Yeah, no, it's good. I just got pissed.
All right. Oh yeah, go
We
ahead.
have one.
All right, you give me a second.
So this
Yeah,
next one is a pretty good matchup. I like it. Honestly, it's hard not to pick the collector because either way you slice it, this guy is a weird, overthought, fucking mad genius that is just all about the torturous methods. Honestly, he would be playing with Bigfoot to a
Wait,
certain
is
extent.
the collector from the MCU?
No. The collector, the
He's a
horror
horror.
villain.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got a soon-to-be trilogy of movies where in the first one, it's about this fucking robber that breaks into this house, but he doesn't realize that there's already a serial killer setting up all of these booby traps, like Home Alone, sociopath level fucking stuff, where like he's boarded up the windows so they can't escape. He's locked all the doors. There's like bear traps and like razor wire and shit that's just all over the house waiting to kill the people inside.
okay.
He's just a fucking, it's super cool. It's a really
What
good
is-
series.
What does he collect? Like body parts?
Yeah, he collects people. So like
Alright.
he'll just murder a bunch of people and then he just collects that. It's really sick. He's got like this like weird leather black mask.
All right.
Really cool horror villain.
So, fun bit of trivia. The original script, titled The Midnight Man, was at one point shopped as a prequel to the Saw franchise.
I can see it. That's exactly what it gives you vibes of. Like if instead of kidnapping people, Jigsaw just went to their house and did his fucking shit there. That's pretty much what it is.
Who's got Bigfoot then?
I'm looking up Bigfoot stuff right now because I want to know. Because there's some people that say that Bigfoot has like
Yep.
powers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff.
He can turn invisible. He's interdimensional.
Yeah, he can like phase into different dimensions and
Yep.
like use
Telepathic.
the pocket realities. Yeah,
Yep.
like all sorts of shit. So like, if he can do all of that, then realistically, he could probably weasel his way out of the collector stuff.
See, I don't think we're gonna go with interdimensional time traveling Bigfoot.
Why you don't want to get like super tinfoil hat with it?
No, who are you talking to right now? I have got a whole thing about Bigfoot being an alien contact of the Pleiadians. If you really want to hear it, but I don't think you do.
No, dude.
I don't think you're ready for that truth yet.
I watched the documentary, The Bigfoot UFO Connection, or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
It was rough because halfway through it, they start talking about Area 51 for no reason because it literally had no like reason.
Because they
to be
realize
said.
there's only like 5 minutes worth of stuff you can say about Bigfoot being an alien, and we've said it.
Yeah, they're like, Roswell, New Mexico. It's like, god damn it.
You got there eventually.
We all know this.
Who's-
the fucking bit.
So are you taking the collector, Alex?
I'm gonna take the collector, but I'm gonna leave it up to whoever. Who am I debating?
Yeah, who's up?
Is it you, Burton?
I think so.
Oh, all right.
I was gonna say, what kind of Bigfoot do you want to take? Because obviously you know of the interdimensional fucking can phase through realities Bigfoot.
Now, real quick, the collector, as in the Marvel character.
No, that's funny. That's
Or-
what Burton asked earlier.
Okay, sorry.
He's a horror villain.
Right.
Yeah.
I've seen the movie. Movie's
Okay,
sick.
cool. Yeah. Soon to
Okay.
be trilogy.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, because they got the collector, the collected, and I think the third one's going to be called the collection.
Nice.
Yeah,
I never saw the second one.
that's okay.
Yeah.
The first one has like all of the good stuff in it, but the second one's got some good parts too.
I'll because I know about that kind of Bigfoot stuff, but like I also don't believe in it.
No. Go on.
Listeners on Spotify can't see my dejected face I'm making. Don't believe in it. Bigfoot believes in you.
No. I don't believe in that version. I think it's just a normal animal.
That's fair.
But just for fun's sake, I guess I'll say he can at least go invisible.
Yeah, we'll give him 1 power.
Yeah. He can go. He's
Invisibility is a good asset.
super intelligent and can go invisible.
Okay. I can deal with that because like that's kind of where the collector is also working with is like very methodical, thought out, like depending on where we're setting this, like if it's in like some type of building or if it's in a forest and stuff.
Bigfoot's obviously going to be in the forest. He's not going into a building.
Okay,
and
fine.
But if come on,
but that
sorry.
does. But
I'm all heated about the alien Bigfoot thing.
That's fair.
Apologize.
Well, to bring it back to that, the collector could be hunting the Bigfoot like they were hunting the predator and set up booby traps.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's right up his alley. I mean,
yeah. Just like setting up some fucking like little string to trip, like that's gonna just swing a log at him or something.
Yeah.
I'm just
saying.
God,
it's Predator.
Yeah.
yeah.
Watch the fuck out of this movie.
I'm just saying, like, nobody's really ever actually seen Bigfoot. So, like, there is that element of it too.
The job, man. That's how we got him into this. We're like,
yeah,
your entry into this tournament is you gotta bring us fucking Bigfoot's head.
Yeah, you want the big pay.
It's collateral.
Yeah.
You need to collect something nobody's collected before.
Yeah.
That's the tagline from the movie.
Oh
that
yeah.
they use in the fucking trailer spot.
Yeah, dude.
And for the record, Bigfoot does have a body count. So it's not
oh
all
shit, that is true. Yeah. Bigfoot has killed.
Yeah. So
has the collector, and like
the collector's killed lots of people.
Yeah.
In the second movie, especially.
Very Jigsaw-esque.
But if
very torturous.
If Bigfoot does get its hands on him, he could just like rip him apart.
Yeah, the collector, for all his intelligence, is still a squishy person.
Yeah, he still has to hide somewhere away from Bigfoot and hope to draw Bigfoot to him, basically.
Yeah.
Which is not typically his MO, because like he wants the people to fall into the trap so that he can enjoy it from afar.
And see, that's the thing, is it'd be really hard to draw Bigfoot out.
Oh, fuck this. It's all like he's got this whole like set up trap, right? The collector set this whole trap and he's watching from afar, and fucking Bigfoot straight like clever girls him, and it's just like his face. Like,
oh shit, that's honestly, I think that's a very reasonable fucking thing, especially if Bigfoot has super intelligence and can like potentially track him back. Because like the collector is also probably trying to track down Bigfoot, using like typical like, oh, leaf broke over here or whatever. Oh, leaf broke. Yeah, that's totally what I meant to say.
The collector is also a master fucking tracker.
Yeah, like just like he's got fucking instinct vision from Assassin's Creed.
Broken in a way that indicates that a 7-foot tall skunk ape moved through here.
It's got to be.
The collector is really Ezio Auditore.
The real twist ending there. But then, like, if Bigfoot has that same level of intelligence and can track him back, potentially, whenever he sets up fucking traps, the collector is putting himself at risk.
Yeah, but I think what we're gonna end up with is like
they gotta be 4D chessing each other. So
yeah,
like Bigfoot sets up a trap for the collector, but then the collector catches him in a trap, but it's also another trap for the collector. It's like, oh shit, what's going on?
Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna come down to, is they're just gonna keep outwitting one another. Like
it's gonna be a fucking Roadrunner Coyote situation.
Tom and Jerry fucking NC-17.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess if we're doing a tiebreaker, my money's on Bigfoot. Being as I am the Sassman and all,
kind of have to.
I don't know, man. I just feel like the collector's got it, so I think we might have to take this to a flip.
Yeah, dude, I definitely consider. I think the collector's got it. Like,
Yeah,
Take it
they
to a
are
flip.
pretty evenly matched. Yeah,
yeah, dude, it's tough. But like brute strength wise, if Bigfoot catches the collector, he's fucked.
That's the thing. Is hand to
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well,
Because there's got to be a limit to the collector's bag of toys eventually.
So we'll go tails, Bigfoot, heads, the collector.
I don't know though, because Alex has now kind of convinced me on Bigfoot.
Because I just said the bag of toys is a little too small sometimes. Because I mean, realistically, how many toys can you fucking bring to this one match?
I think this man's good enough to improvise. Like,
Do you think he's got like
Schwarzenegger
a
in the
trailer
woods.
somewhere that's like he's
I mean,
like fucking building him while he goes?
Schwarzenegger in Predator was a fucking like Marine or whatever, and all of a sudden he's building like tree swinging death traps to hunt an alien.
Yeah,
so
punji
I
stick
think
stuff.
the collector's gonna be able to improvise in the woods. You know,
That's fair. Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
It's going to a flip because I'm talking myself back into it.
Yeah, no, yeah, you just talked yourself back into that pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's what?
Heads, collector, tails, Bigfoot. You good?
Heads, collector, tails, Bigfoot.
Collector. Yeah.
No way. No way.
Collector wins.
So it's like the collector's dejected. Bigfoot's like, I got you. But Bigfoot's like, I'm going to wait to get my kill. And he's going to stalk collector a little bit, kind of gloating almost. He's going to stalk him a little bit. And then right before he goes to strike, he's going to turn the collector on. And it wasn't the collector. And the collector comes from behind him and just stabs a knife into the back of Bigfoot's head. Usually he would like to enjoy the trapping a little bit, but he's way past that now. This needs to end.
I like that. That's a fitting end to our wacky shenanigans for this match.
I'm not gonna lie. Most of this was because I wanted to DM picture these things. The collector moves on.
And then
he's got a hell of a fight next time.
Yeah.
What happens is the collector kills Bigfoot and then sends his head to everybody to like a weird like Bigfoot society in up north Michigan. And then I don't know.
Yep, some shitty bar up north. Everyone's like, oh, we got real Bigfoot proof here. They have the actual stuffed head.
Shows up in a box randomly with no return address.
Yeah, but it's all like, but it's all like, you know, bloody and shit. It's got the big knife wound sticking out of the forehead.
Yeah, he didn't patch that up. He just wanted to leave that one.
Yeah.
Let everybody know what the score was.
That was personal. That was a
yeah. It got. That's definitely. I think that's what made it for the collector, because Bigfoot with the super intelligence just sees this as kind of a game at some point. That's why he's like, I'll just stalk this fucker back. But collector was like, no, I gotta think ahead of this bastard. That's what he called his friend, the fucking Bob, the collector, the other collector.
Bob the collector.
Can we kill them? Yes, we can. Ah!
insert Wilhelm scream.
So there it is. That's round one, part one.
Fucking this next, like, round
next
two,
one.
part one is gonna be fucking ridiculous already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
round one-
let's just go through round two, part one real quick. So from this
Oh shit.
day, we've ended with Michael. Up next, we'll have Michael Myers versus Ultron.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
We got Nessie versus the Joker. That's a weird one.
That's gonna be so weird. I don't
That's
know what
gonna be
to
a
think of
fun
that
one
one.
to watch. Gore the God Butcher versus the Wendigo Siren Hybrid. That's gonna be an interesting one to dive into.
It's gonna be a sleeper hit, man.
And then Thanos versus the Collector. I feel like a lot of people just watch the Collector pull this one out and are feeling it, but Thanos is really confident. He just snapped a Holocaust survivor in half, and he's like, "What? I gotta know you're putting me up against another human." But then, so that's for round two. However, next episode we're gonna be doing round one, part two. All these numbers are gonna start getting really confusing. The first matchup that I just love because it's so tragic almost is the Hevosaurus versus Leprechaun. Now, if you don't know who Hevasaurus is, I'm not going to spoil it. We'll get into it hardcore next episode, but do yourself a favor. Go look them up. It's awesome.
So good.
Next fight after that is Gozer the Destroyer versus the Kiss Demon. I'm hoping whoever gets the Kiss Demon doesn't pick the version where it's actually just Gene Simmons in makeup.
It's just Family Jewels era Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Still wearing the makeup though, so he just looks old and sad.
Yep.
After that, this one I think is probably the most metal matchup we've had. The Violator from Spawn versus Eddie of Iron Maiden lore. That would just, those t-shirts would be so kick-ass,
Dude.
Yeah.
So
that'd be
good.
There's a couple here. Like I if anyone listening wanted to draw up a piece of like any of these matchups, fan arts, I'm gonna recommend the first one you do up is Jason Voorhees versus the Joker. I've wanted that shirt since I was 13.
That would be a sick t-shirt, man.
Right?
Especially because like you could fucking sell those too with like fucking how parody law works.
Yeah. Then we have this is a weird one. The Nyan Rouge that I am completely unfamiliar with.
Yeah, what is that?
It's like a little demon thing that's like Michigan folklore.
Okay.
Oh,
Versus
I'm flexing
the-
my not Michigan fucking knowledge over here,
Right.
man, all day. I'm so
Versus the Pathology Doctor. That one's gonna, that lore's kind of thin on that one, so it's gonna be
yeah, like what's that guy's abilities? He could be a planet size, but like he's also a doctor. Like
yes.
Well,
he's been all over the place on these fucking.
We'll get into it next episode.
yeah. I guess you'd have to follow the albums, really.
The
right,
the
yeah, it'd
first,
have to be which album are you using the doctor from?
the matchup I'm most excited for of the entire thing is Pinhead versus Ozymandias from the Watchmen. That one,
Oh,
That's
We-
methodical.
yeah, that one's gonna be a thinker.
yeah.
And then Skunk Ape, basically Bigfoot's shitty cousin.
Literally.
Literally, its power is stinky and whale dick. We'll get into it. We actually, listeners on Spotify, you can actually go back. I uploaded the Swamp Ape episode that Alex and I recorded 2 years ago.
Oh, nice. After we watched it that one time, we're just
Yeah.
like, okay, we got to break this fucking down.
Yeah, the episode is longer than the movie. We kind of have a thing about doing that.
Yeah, it's so easy with that one because it's only like, I don't know, like 70 minutes long.
For like 47, I think.
Yeah, it's not even like a feature length movie.
Dude,
It's an episode.
that movie was ridiculous.
So funny.
So go listen to that. That's some listener homework. So you're ready to see him face off against Mothman.
Oof,
I really like that one. Mothman's awesome.
Yeah.
And then the matchup after that, I feel is so wildly unbalanced, but I've already got an argument in my head for either side, so I'm not going to spoil anything.
Same.
Coheed and Cambria as a duo versus Ghostface. Now, I think we discussed pre-tournament that because Coheed and Cambria will be entering as a duo, we are allowing 2 Ghostface to enter the fight.
I like that because typically
That's fair.
more
There's
likely
usually 2 in
than
the
not,
lore.
there's 2. Exactly. There's
Yeah.
not more than one storyline where there was only one Ghostface.
Yeah, so that the algorithm really kind of gave us a pre-thinker there by allowing that. And then just this one I want another shirt of, and it's gonna be just sold at a monster truck rally. It comes pre-stained in fucking Bud Light. Odorous Ungerus versus Vic Rattlehead.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys,
Idea.
it's so fucking that tour would suck. Honestly, those 2 crowds in the same show would be tragic.
Yeah.
But that fight is going to be epic. And that's coming up next episode of the Lost in the Bog Multiverse Murderfest.
Yeah, everybody
The
remember.
Multiverse Murderverse.
Hashtag Multiverse Murderfest.
Yeah. So
So
yeah,
hey,
we're gonna be uploading this bracket. We've got the image. It's got that written on it, so we'll remember.
real quick.
Yo,
So we got the list for next side. I suppose we're calling this the East and West division.
Yeah. This will be the East Coast division next time.
yeah.
So I don't know who you guys got in the final. If we're talking that right now,
Yeah. Who
as
we
it stands
thinking?
right
Like,
now,
who
goes
could be
all
a
the way?
secret?
Yeah.
You want to take some finals predictions? I personally see from what's the southern side of the East Coast. I see either Ozymandias or Odorous moving on into the final.
Yeah.
Damn.
Probably Odorous because he's just gonna skull fuck Ozymandias. like literally.
Probably likely.
And from that side, dude, see,
That's a good picks on the other
it
side.
looks like it's shaping up to be Gore the God Butcher versus Thanos, and that is a level fight. That is a real battle,
Yeah.
and whoever comes out of that is probably facing Ultron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't know if even Joker or Nessie could take on Ultron, and I don't know how long fucking Michael Myers would stand up against a fucking Ultron.
He's gonna try to stab Ultron through tink, tink.
Yeah.
He's just gonna look at his knife like, the fuck? This normally works.
So my prediction for the final, if I had to pick right now, I'm gonna say it ends up being Gore the God Butcher versus Odorous Ungerous. And I think
now that's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
yeah, right? I think Odorous takes it by playing fucking dirty and like
Ooh.
he's gonna bend the fucking rules and he's gonna test our limits. But in
Odorous
the
is an
end,
intergalactic criminal, so maybe.
but Gore the God Butcher's an intergalactic God Butcher. Like
Yeah.
that's my hope. I would love to see that matchup. But I still have to say that Ozymandias really has his work cut out for him in round one up against Pinhead.
Yeah, because Pinhead might be able to be a sleeper where it's like he just fucking takes the cake every time. Then again, I don't know how people defeat Pinhead. You just like fucking solve the lament configuration and that's it.
You do.
Yeah.
But that's where, and like this will be, it's just as a small preview, because that's the obvious thing, right? Ozymandias would just be
Yeah, he'd be like,
close it
yeah, like Ozymandias would fucking get that shit done immediately.
Ozymandias is a super genius, like, what does it mean to be human kind of guy, right?
True, which Pinhead
Pinhead
is
is
all
gonna
about.
get into his head 2 seconds in, and he's gonna have him questioning.
He's gonna be like, yeah, put a couple spikes in me. That might be sexy, or what? I
Yeah.
don't know. What?
Who said that? What?
I'm saying
That's what I love about Pinhead. It's just like, is it sexy or is it pain?
I'll
I don't
say
know.
if anyone hasn't read The Hellbound Heart and you really want to get into like just how, because those movies are great. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love the Hellraiser movies, even Fat Pinhead.
Even Fat Pinhead, yeah.
I'll
Great value.
I'll give it to Great Value Pinhead. I didn't have another metaphor, but Great Value just worked so well.
Yeah.
Great Value Pinhead. I'll give it to them because the ending of that movie was it's just so ridiculous. I
Yeah.
want to hate it, but I can't because I like bad things. I just watched all the Resident Evil movies over like a
Oh
5
my
week.
god. Dude,
Yeah,
the
dude.
middle two are the worst of that series. Like it starts off okay.
Did you watch
it's like, and
Final
then-
Chapter?
No, I
When
didn't
Jill comes
bother.
back? Oh god.
Wait, they brought
dude.
back Jill, really?
Yeah, she comes back with the thing on her chest, and she's just like military.
Even more useless?
dude. Yeah, straight up, dude. It's that movie. I
Fucking
love
ruined Jill
every single
Valentine.
frame, but it is so bad.
Dude, fucking Revolution or whatever it was. The one where like they're fighting that like really weird looking blonde guy in the fucking green screen room.
Wesker.
And like yeah, like fucking they kicks him back into the tubes and shit. Like they're
Oh,
doing, like,
yeah,
all this
dude.
like really bad wire work.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, it's so
Funny as
good.
shit. It's the funniest
Uh,
shit ever. I
my-
love it.
the thing I love about that series, and I'm getting super off track here. I'll just wrap it up. Real
It's
quick
so
with this,
easy too.
is that it's Paul W.S. Anderson has been involved in every one of those movies to make sure they go right.
Yeah, because he doesn't want Mortal Kombat 2 to happen again.
Yeah. That's why I love these movies, because that dude's like, yeah, all right, so the next one, like, I don't know, Wesker's back. And we'll bring back Michelle Rodriguez. How are we gonna do that? We've been cloning motherfuckers this whole time. We could bring any cast member back at literally any time. We wrote ourselves the perfect loophole.
What if 1,000 Mia Jovoviches? Everybody's like,
at the end of the movie, that's fucking, that right there is why I love the series, because one movie ends with them being like, it's a whole army of Alice's, and then they give you the next movie's like, here you go. Oh no, they showed the whole army of her invading and pop, 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 pop. And then Wesker flies away, he nukes the facility, the whole army of Alice's is dead. He's like, God, you don't have your powers anymore. And it's like, oh, we're just doing that then? So all 3 movies of build up, and you're gonna take it away in 17 minutes.
Yeah, because they didn't know how to write that other movie that everybody.
What are we
wanted.
doing next? We brought the executioner guy with the big engine block hammer. Dope. All right, cool. I'm excited to see how you work that in.
That's like the one.
We don't. Series. He just shows up. We don't explain it at all. Cool. Yeah. Whatever. She kills him with quarters out of a shotgun. What? All right. She lands a plane on a prison.
Yep.
Yeah. Fucking woo! Let's go. I love those movies for the reason I love this tournament, man. Like, it's just such wacky shit. You don't really need to, like, you thinking about it? Don't think about it.
Yeah, we could totally do those movies as just episodes themselves.
Yeah.
we might have to, especially because there's a reboot coming up soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot that they're making a new Resident Evil movie.
Yeah, it's apparently going to be Resident Evil 1, the game. Like,
actually,
yeah, they like the apparently the Stars gets chased in to the mansion, and Barry, Chris, and Jill have to rescue everyone.
If they do not say the line, "You were almost a Jill sandwich," I'm gonna fucking.
I will burn every print of the film and microwave every hard drive containing it. If he doesn't say that, or if they don't really poorly deliver the line, is this Chris's blood? Or, God, no, that game's full of gems, dude. You should take this, Jill. You're the master of unlocking.
You're the master of unlocking. Yeah,
I like.
They need to say that line too.
Okay, did you guys watch? Oh, this is. You know what? I might even end up editing this bit out, so I'm gonna give myself a second here. So did you guys watch The Stand?
A little bit.
You remember Tom Cullen?
Kinda.
I want Tom Cullen to be Barry so that he can deliver those bad lines and there's an excuse. And he's just like, Barry's like on the team because he's got like his little like special detective's badge. I hope this says it. Chris's blood. Yeah, that's getting edited out for sure. I'm not going that far. Thank you for giving me that pause of not laughing because it was a terrible joke and I had to reach too far. Anyways. So next time, we're going through round 1, part 2 with all those middle as fuck matchups. A couple weird ones. Like I said, guys, go look up Heavysaurus and then realize we're putting them up against Leprechaun, and it's
gonna be a slaughter.
Yeah.
Fucking bloodbath. Heavysaurus will come out of there just covered in gold and tiny people blood. So yeah, guys, thanks for listening to this. Please keep a lookout for the we're gonna be posting the current bracket and take your guesses, post who you think would win, argue about the first part of round 1 and tell us we were wrong, and post detailed responses as to why we should change the results.
I definitely want to know what some people think of these matchups, because like there are some upsets, man.
Yeah,
a little bit
already.
Yeah.
Like we literally got rid of 2 horror icons immediately.
Yeah, dude. Freddy and Jason already gone.
To be honest, yeah, my money was kind of on Freddy Krueger as far as that goes. Mostly just from my knowledge, or from my lack of knowledge about Gore the Butcher.
See, if we go back to the highlight here, it was Gore's ability to pull him out into the real world. Because once you pull Freddy to the real world, he's kind of fucked.
Yeah, because in the dreamscape, he's like all powerful, basically.
Yeah.
He's
I feel like,
but that, I don't know.
But he can be Super Freddy in the dream, so he's even more powerful.
Yeah.
And Super Freddy sucks.
well, I feel like there's going to be a lot of discussion about the Mastodon and Michael Myers. I feel like we kind of
yeah. That's one of those like that. We put that one first because we knew people were going to be like, what?
We sort of played the favorite card on that one, but I mean, hey,
a little bit. It was kind of fan service a little bit.
We flipped a coin, so
we
it's
flipped a coin.
Hey.
I still, this commentator here, I will say that the Mastodon had him dead to rights.
Yeah.
But for sake of cool anime kill.
It was too anime not to kill.
It was too, yeah.
What it is the Netflix adaptation of like how Castlevania was very anime style.
Yeah,
what we did with the Halloween series, I guess.
You guys ever see like the X-Men or like the Wolverine or like Captain America series that were all animes? Oh my god, it's super funny, but like that's how I imagine like fucking Michael Myers in this, just like weird, like he looks normally kind of like the character model, but not really because they had to anime him up like way too much.
Yeah, so like the mask is actually just over this face, the hair is his own.
Yeah, his hair is like really spiky craziness, and like it's got like 2 different tints of color through it.
It's just Corey Taylor from All Hope Is Gone era.
More or less. More or less.
All right. So
cool. Yeah, that's round 1, part 1.
All right. Round 1, part 2 next week.
Next week, we come in and witness this bloodbath. It's gonna be great.
Hell yeah.
Goddamn, dude. It's gonna be weird.
As always, though, I am Mike from Bog Talk.
Alex.
Burton from Lost in the Dark.
Hey, Ron in the house.
And we will see you fuckers next week for more blood, guts, metal, and horror.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And do the thing.